She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is our review for Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 1, episode 4. It is currently 11:44 on Monday. I am very tired, as y'all can probably hear my voice. I am sick. I took some NyQuil, so it is kicking in. So I'm trying to just get through this review. I've done 2 others today. So I hope everyone had a great Monday and gonna have a great Tuesday. And let's just get started on this particular review. Now, we see Pleasure P is a whole sucker in these streets simply because he is stuck in between Gabby and Shay. And the reason I say he's a sucker is because when Gabby came, he literally took her outside and sat with her. And when Shay walked up and kind of confronted it, for what they showed, he wasn't saying nothing. He was just standing there looking around like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. Just say something, homie. And, Shay, of course, is pissed. Because, I walk up, my man is being fed some damn ice cream. And then Gabby's upset, saying she just came down to support or to see what's going on and see where her and Pete stood. And she got ice cream in her face. And while I don't think Shay should have thrown ice cream at the girl, she should have threw it at Pete. But I don't know, she might have just missed. Y'all mad at each other when he the one that put y'all against each other. So, it is what it is. And he not addressing either lady. The only person who was making any sense was Baby Blue. And he like, you need to talk to him. You can't, you need to choose. You can't not talk to either one of them. You're going to mess around and lose both of them. You need to calm one of them down. And it seemed like Blue was giving him sound advice. And P was just so stuck and being stuck in the situation, he just couldn't say shit. And I'm like, he a whole sucker in these streets. Like, he didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, he had no, and I don't know, could have been editing. I'm not sure. What I do know, my eyes look so sleepy. I'm not drunk, I promise y'all. I just took some damn NyQuil. And I don't take medicine often, so when I take something that puts me to sleep, it really affects me. But yeah, I'm like, how can you not try to fix, you need to fix it with Shay. Because that's your actual girlfriend. Okay, that's who you should have went up and talked to. But he didn't talk to either one of them. And, all he said was, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. Well, why was you out in front being spoon-fed ice cream by someone other than your girlfriend when you brought your girlfriend there with you? That was the stupidest shit ever. What you should have did was just told Gabby to leave. Point blank, period. Should have told Gabby to leave. Because at least if you told her to leave, you would not have had to deal with Shay finding out about the situation. But, it is what it is. Next, we see Malik and Jeffrey, and their asses still messing around. Girl, bye. So Jeffrey said how he, still cares about Bobby, but, they're not spending that much time together, and he really is feeling Malik. And, he said how Malik is giving him the attention that Bobby isn't. And I guess that is the key to people saying, what you gonna do, another man will. Damn, that's true. So, yeah. We do see that Jeffrey does tell Malik that he has a boyfriend. He admits that he's in a relationship. He admits that he's in love. And when Malik asked, is he feminine? And he said, well, yeah, he is. And Malik used the F word, faggot. And I was surprised, too. I don't know many gay people who use that word because it is so offensive. So I was shocked about that, too. But Jeffrey just says that kind of shows how he just isn't fully aware of just gay rules and regulations, I guess. Girl, I don't know. My phone drives me crazy. So Malik then says, well, look, you telling me that you got a boyfriend and that is serious, but however, you here with me tonight. And that's completely true. You can't tell me I got a whole girlfriend out in these streets or I got a whole boyfriend out in these streets, but you here with me up in my hotel room, you know what I'm saying, eating the little scrimps and stuff with me. That means, something ain't right. So, from there, we see that Malik gives Jeffrey a gift. It's like a big backpack that's like shaped like a boom box. I guess it's whatever brand he represents. And it's supposedly an expensive bag. So he gave it to Jeffrey as a gift. Jeffrey was so happy. So happy, in fact, that him and Malik started kissing and hugging and smooching and ended up on the bed. And we know what happens from there. They had sex. So I was just like, oh my God, they really, like, he really is actively cheating on his boyfriend, but it is what it is. Now, they didn't show them having sex, but they showed them, like, in the bed, like, on top of each other, kissing and hugging and stuff. I'm looking like, girl, it's getting serious. So we then see how Amara, Steph, and Veronica all meet up. I'm starting to like this trio of women. I am. You know, when every new season or every new series for Love and Hip Hop, you have to kind of get to know the staff, get to know the cast. And sometimes it can be difficult when you don't know what a person is. You're like, you know what, I don't care about them, I don't like them. I'm not mad about the whole, you know, Amara, Steph, and Veronica, you know, trio of friendship or whatever. So Amara is still upset at Veronica for surprising her and bringing in Hollywood to the party. And Veronica said how, you know, well, I basically only brought him to apologize because you wanted an apology and you were offended. You know, I was trying to help the situation. And Amara was saying, you know what I'm saying, as a friend, you know, you shouldn't bring someone to a party who you know I'm at odds with. And I swear it's back to T.I. and Tiny when he said, when he said, you know, you were seen in public with a man I'm at odds with. I was like, okay, yeah, everybody mad about, you know, it's mad about something. And Veronica saying, well, you know, you got us involved in this bullshit in the first place, how you upset. You know, she's saying how, you know, you came to us, you know, sad and crying about what he said to you. And, you know, I was trying to fix it because you were offended, you were hurt. And I was trying to just have him apologize to you, and that's basically it. And, you know, it was weird because it went from them having like a regular conversation, whereas Amara's point was, you shouldn't be hanging around him, you shouldn't bring him around us, period. Whereas Veronica's issue was, you said he offended you, I was trying to make him apologize, how you mad about that? And they kind of were just having a bad communication. So from there, you know, Veronica, like, she telling Amara that she's a selfish bitch, and if someone was talking about my hair, I wouldn't care. Now, Amara then says, well, of course she wouldn't care, because she's a typical Latina. You know, she's a white-skinned, blonde hair. You're not going to get people who's going to talk about your appearance. But I'm a, you know, dark-skinned, curly-haired Latina, and so people say dumb stuff, and then it does affect me. And then, you know, they arguing back and forth, and I'm like, why y'all yelling and fussing and fighting? Security kind of steps in. Steph was kind of like trying to like keep them separate. They didn't fight, but it was a very heated conversation. And I felt like in this aspect, they both had valid points. Whereas Amara was saying, you know, as my friend, you shouldn't put me in that kind of situation. However, Veronica's saying, you know, you were offended. I was trying to make the person who offended you apologize. They both had valid points, and they was basically just talking at each other, not to each other, so they couldn't hear how neither one of them had bad intentions. But I do think Veronica calling herself a bitch was crazy. So, you know, it is what it is. From there, Miami Tip and Kiara. Miami Tip then convinces the girl Kiara to be in her damn video. I don't know how cool I would be with being in the video of a chick who my man told me was flirting with him. Like, I didn't know how I roll. And, you know, she's dancing and stuff, got her booty all out, got her titties all out. I just didn't understand the whole, we went from me being mad at you because I thought you were trying to fuck my man, so now we cool, and you smacking on my ass in the video. You know, we see Gunplay walk in, and he's surprised, as he didn't even know they were talking or they were friends, but they knew each other. But he walk in, and his girl is, you know, saying face the wall, making her booty cheeks dance or whatever. And, you know, I'm like, what is going on here? So, you know, Kiara was saying how, you know, you didn't tell me that y'all was messing around, that y'all used to kick it or whatever, and this is as much as you can, you know, this is as much as you can get a bad bitch, I can too. This fool Gunplay said, but you get with my old sloppy seconds. You can't say that to people that's your girlfriend. You can't, no, no, you can't do stuff like that. And she like, you know, well, whatever. We then see how Tip come back up, like, we got a video to do. and Kiara go back to doing the video. I'm just, confused about the whole situation. I do think that Kiara's ass is too big. I think she's a pretty girl, but I'm like, her ass is just too damn huge. It's just so stupid. It's just stupidly huge. And again, I'm not finna befriend the bitch who wanted to fuck my man. It's just not gonna happen. It's not in life. Because even her telling Gunplay, she don't want you, she want me. Like, why you... Girl. But you know what? If they like it, I love it. Small scene. Trick and Trina, to me, don't have a big storyline. Because Trick and Trina at a club talking about they need to, write for their album, the TNT album. I don't know if it came out or not, because this was shot a while ago. I don't know if they have a TNT album as of yet, but I guess it's going to be a storyline on here. And they both said how they need to get it done. So, after that conversation, her assistant walks up. What's his assistant's name? Alvin walk up, just talking shit about Bobby. I'm happy he ain't here, and he this and he that. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm $1 million. He said, I'm at $1 million status. Where? Are you really? In real life? I just couldn't take it serious. I'm like, why is he coming in sad? He came out of nowhere talking about a person who not even there. And, treating like, he just feels some kind of way. She then is trying to talk to Trick about her cousin Joy. And Trick like, I don't want to talk about her. When I talk about her, I think about the wedding. I think about the reception. I think about the money we spent. All this stuff that I ain't trying to think about. And I don't want to talk about her. He says in his confessional, Trina always trying to get him to talk to or about or the cousin. He's like, but I realize that some stuff I say mysteriously gets back to Joyce. And I don't forget that her and Trina cousins. So, okay. She's stitching. So now y'all want us to believe that Gabby and Prince is old friends. Boy, bye. They ain't bit. Look, Prince and how they old family friends because they mamas or aunties or I don't know. It was some weird ass shit. But when they, when somebody say, we gonna pay back, you see like 4 or 5 pictures of y'all hanging out from before. They show one picture of these people and it look real recent. So my thing is, y'all can't be old friends if you ain't got not one photo of y'all hanging out together. Boy, bye. So she said how she's back in Miami because she wants to work on her music and acting career. Don't we all? And, he brings up how he has a clothing line coming out and he would like for her to model in it. And, she says, okay. They're flirting back and forth. He like, I want to get you fucked up. And I got some sheets that I need to break in. But I'm like, you don't have your own house. You gonna break in your girlfriend's sheets? You ain't got no sheets, just up, boy, bye. So she like, okay, we can go hang out or whatever. I just can't take them serious. And I think Prince is bisexual. Look, I do. I think he, it's just, I think he might also like penis. I just want to get that out there. So, the next day, after Prince and Gabby had been hanging out, his ass ain't come home. So, of course, Liz is pissed. He walk in the house and she like, where were you? I was out with an old family friend. She's like, a family friend, I'm tired of your shit, get out. She kick him out. He forget his keys. So when he's locked out the house, he knocked on the door saying, I need my keys. Man, Liz then took all his clothes, throwing them out the window. It was so funny. And then he took his shirt off. And I don't know if he took his shirt off so that he could get up on the wall and he didn't want his shirt dirty. Or if he took his shirt off because he was going to try to climb in the house. Either way, it was funny. She throwing the stuff out like, take your shit, get out. I don't want to hear your keys. And she throwing all the stuff out the window. She then took some of the stuff in the bathroom. And when I seen her put the clothes in the tub, I was like, no, don't do the Lisa Left Eye. Don't set shit on fire. You're going to burn the damn house down. But, no, she put him in the tub to pour bleach on him. So she bleached his clothes. And he outside in some damn skinny, tight-ass jeans and no shirt, walking with a motorcycle helmet. It was just comical. We see a scene of Gunplay and Trick talking, basically, where, Gunplay is saying out he's surprised that his girl, Kiara, and Tip Drill is like buddy and Kiara in his videos. And he said how, he need to watch Tip because he don't know what's going on. We then see Trick bringing up how, Joy came to his house in the last episode. And he like, she was smelling good. She was looking good. She like, oh, she looks so good. I'm like, well, at least he noticed that she's beautiful, And he like, if she wanted to come talk, I let her talk. But what she don't realize is we ain't talk about shit. And I said, that's just like a man to let you come over and just let you say stuff, but y'all really did not have a conversation. And, but he like, I'll talk about, marriage and divorce when I want to. I ain't gonna talk about it on her time. And I'm like, y'all the new Creep Squad? Okay, if you say so. So to me, that was funny. We then see Liz, Michelle, and Shay meet up. And for me, that's weird because Michelle don't like Prince, and Liz is Prince's girlfriend. So I'm like, how do y'all even hang out together? And then they met up, I think, before Liz was dating Prince, and they kind of just be friends or whatever. And now I guess Shay is just to add it on to they got down they trio basket. So Michelle was bringing up how, her and Liz is cool. We see Shay bringing up the whole her and Pleasure P situation, how she had hit a girl in the head with the ice cream cone. And then we have Liz talking about how she had to put Prince out. And then Michelle bring up, he got a whole, clothing line, showcase or whatever. We should go to it. She then said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring his bleached clothes and I'm going to throw them at him at the show. And Shay like, yeah, one for all for one. I'm part of that shit. I'm looking like, girl, you is that different for some friends. You gonna latch on to these two heifers. If you like it, I love it. You can't be best friends with strangers. You cannot let people be like, oh my God, we are so cool friends. You don't know them people at all. But it is what it is. So next we see Jeffrey and Bobby. So we see Jeffrey's at the house. I don't know if that's their house, if it was, Airbnb, if it was a hotel room. The room just looks so small, and I feel like when someone's at their own house, they wouldn't have their bedroom door closed. So I'm like, you live with your mama? Like, I was confused about why the bedroom door was closed, but whatever. And so Bobby come in. I had a long day. I've been shopping. I miss you. They kissing and hugging and kissing or whatever. And then Bobby like, let me get comfortable. And we gonna, we gonna do whatever. And so he go in the closet, put stuff up, and he found a damn book bag. And he like, I know Jeffrey can't afford it. And I also know that his ex-boyfriend is the branding person for the stuff. So I know that's must be who we got it from. And, he flips out. He was very, very upset. For the most part, Jeffrey was honest in saying that, yes, my ex did give it to me. However, he was lying and saying, oh, he brought it up to my job. No. You went to the hotel room, Jeffrey. And then, he was saying, it ain't nothing to worry about. It's just a gift. It was what it was. And Mike like, you accepted a gift? I can't believe you. And why you at your job? He's literally jumping up and down like, why you at your job? I can't believe this, blah, blah, blah. It was crazy. And, Jerry in his confession said, like, I just can't think of a way to say to him that I had sex with another man. Well, he just said it. So they arguing or whatever. And, it gets to a point where Jerry like, you know what? You be an extra. And I don't have time for the extra answers. I'm going to sit down here and let you be whatever. And Bobby grabbed a bag or two. Now, take it, he left with bags that he didn't come there with. Like, he didn't take all his bags, but it is what it is. But he walk out, and Jerry like, what? I didn't even think about that shit. You over-exaggerate. But, you did get a gift from me, and so this is what it is. So, we then see Steph, and she performed at some show. I feel like I've heard that song before. I guess she's like a real artist, because when she was singing the song, I'm like, oh my God, that song sounds familiar. So she said how Amara decided to not come, basically because because Veronica was there. It happens. But she also invited Young Hollywood, and she said, even though he's kind of an asshole or whatnot, he's still a great producer, and so they're gonna work together. So when they get to the back, and Veronica see he there, she shocked, JoJo there, she shocked too. And she like, yeah, we're gonna be working together. And then she like, the whole time you saw me and Amara arguing over him in this situation, you didn't even put it out in the atmosphere that you also gonna be working with him. It is so hard to not blow my nose right now. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. So, and my battery getting low, but it is what it is. So from there, she's like, well, no, because y'all was kind of arguing. I was trying to just keep y'all separate, and this kind of had nothing to do with it. So from there, he's saying how, well, don't y'all think that how Amara made the whole situation such a big deal was crazy? They did disagree. They didn't agree. They didn't disagree. And Jody looking like, what the fuck is y'all gonna say? Okay. Then Steph says, like, I feel like we should tell Amara that she needs to just let that shit go. And Jody was like, you know what? I don't like how y'all come here talk about her behind her back. I'm not for that, and I'm leaving. And she left. And I do feel like those are things that you should not say in front of other people. That is definitely a conversation that you would have to have with your friend, not with a person who does not like your friend. So I do think that was a fake ass fugazi shit. I don't think it was any like malice behind it, but it's still they dead ass wrong, point blank to the period. So, the last scene, Prince is having this little fashion show. It looked like it's at like an airport or an airport hangar. They were utilizing a plane with the models were walking off the plane. He has a denim line basically. So Gabby's there. Gabby then brought, I guess it's these two chicks that be on Instagram. They supposedly models. It was, Asian or Chinese. What was that damn name? Chinese Kitty and Chinese Nikki. It was weird for me. It's one of us the mama, the other one is the daughter. And I guess they Instagram models or whatever. So, yeah. So he doing his long show, whatever. We then have, the Three Musketeers, Shay, Liz, and Michelle show up. And Liz is like, I thought about, throwing the police clothes in, maybe I won't do that. And then Michelle like, well, yeah, you should do, this is a public place, you should do that. But you didn't say any of that at the damn spa. Why didn't you bring that up when she said at the spa, this is what I'm going to do? You could have then said, you know what, I don't think you should do that. Don't bring it up now because we already here. So from there, the people are walking the runway, and then Shay noticed Gabby. Like, what the fuck she doing here? That's mint green tea, whatever you call the girl name or whatever. So she's like, I'm gonna find out who she is. So after the whole walkway thing or whatever, they go in the back and they see Gabby in there with Prince. And then she's like, yeah, you remember me? Yeah, so who are you? And she's saying, I'm Gabby. Which then makes Liz realize Gabby not only is the issue that Shay's having with her man, she's also an issue with my relationship with my man too. So they kind of argue back and forth. You see how Gabby said, I could have had a ring, but you don't have one. Okay? You don't have one. And Shay said, you the ex-girlfriend, you ain't nothing. Then one of the Chinese ladies walk up. I don't know if it was Kitty or Nikki. And she's trying to defend or kind of join into the situation with Gabby. And they argue back and forth. And you then see Gabby throw a drink on Shay. Shay like threw some clothes. They throwing stuff back and forth a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They tried to fight. Fight didn't really work. Even in the Chinese lady got into it. But when security was pulling Shay back from fighting, you then see the Chinese mama attack Shay from behind. And then Shay like, I got you too, bitch. I'm gonna fight your old ass mama too. I'm like, Lord, it was crazy. It was really crazy. That's how the episode went off with them attempting to fight. We have to see what else happens in the next episode. It was crazy. These Chinese Nikki and Chinese Kitty, when Shay said, I've heard about these two Instagram thoughts, and we call them, the Yorkie and her mutts. I'm like, bitch, but we call you funny looking too, Shay. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. It was very funny, but also crazy. Shay consistently looks stupid, and I think Shay trying to check Gabby, and they're not even showing Pleasure P was some bullshit. But I think they're supposed that he was out of town with the group or whatever. But again, I'm not gonna be up here arguing fuss the fight with some female. No, my issue was not even with her. My issue was with your ass, bruh. And so she hasn't even addressed that. But we see she does address that in the next episode. So that is my review. I am about to go to sleep. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.